what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Kollin again at MikeKollin.com. That's Mike, Kollin.com. And remember, buy my book, crackedfemalecode.com. Right now it's $25, and I believe my web designer is going to lower it down a little bit more. So the summer 2015, it's going to be on sale for a limited time. You should probably check it because we're doing it this week, okay, in about 2 days. All right, so let's see here, crackedfemalecode.com. Oh yeah, cat and mouse, or actually cat and dog. Okay, this video series is about the differences between men and women. Okay, some interesting facts. Okay, very curious, sometimes fun, sometimes funny. Now, this to me is an interesting fact and actually kind of funny. And just so I let you know, as I said in 2 videos ago, I'm in California, and it was a beautiful summer day today, and the temperature just skyrocketed like out of nowhere. We've had an unusually cold spring. In fact, we've had unusually cold springs and summers for about 10 years now. But it's finally warming up, and so I'm a little mellow because I really like the warmth. It really makes me feel comfortable. I'm a hot weather kind of guy. I love the heat. I mean, absolutely love it. So, cat and mouse. Okay, so what do I mean? Real simple. The left brain, the male brain, is direct, to the point, just like a dog. You throw a ball, the dog chases it, it grabs it, and it brings it right back. So the male brain goes up and down a line. Our language is linear, which means L-I-N-E-A-R, linear. Goes in a direction, in a line, to the point, as I said in my past videos, so we could feed our children and our families in the caveman era because we didn't have time to screw around, so we had to get to the point. And this is why men want to get to the point when it comes to sex. Oh man, hold on, my cell phone, I did not turn it off. Okay, so as I was saying, the male language, the male brain is a linear processor, and it goes up and down a line. Linear, L-I-N-E, line, A-R, just so it flows in the language. Linear, goes in a line, in a direction. And the male, dogs are wired this way. Now, there are some dogs, and I've only seen it a few times. Depends on the breed. Usually it's smaller dogs, and it's always a female, never the male dog. But even female dogs are very linear, too. So, So, you take a ball, and you throw it, and the dog goes directly after it, grabs it, and comes right back. And a lot of guys are like, what are you talking about? Well, here's the deal. Cats don't do that. A cat would look at you like, you're an idiot. I'm not going to chase that frickin' thing, dude. Same thing with girls. Now, man, this is going to segue into something really cool about why men should not chase women, but we're wired to chase. We're wired to go after. So here's the deal. So you take the ball, you throw it, the dog gets it, and comes back, and you can do that forever. Well, a cat is going to be like, what the fuck? Because cats got to go back and forth. You got to tease a cat just like you got to tease a woman. Now, here's the deal. I talked to a lady about this a long time ago in Starbucks, and she was like, oh, my God, I've got this dog, and, it's a brand new dog. It's a cute little dog, and oh, man, after 5 minutes, I would get bored. So every morning I played with the dog, and I thought it was fine. And long story short, this dog kept losing weight, and she freaked out. She went to the doctor, the veterinarian, and he's like, well, are you playing with the dog? She's like, well, yeah, why? Well, give it another week, and sure enough, the dog was skin and bones. The doctor goes, how long are you playing with this dog? And she goes, every morning for 5 minutes. And he goes, 5 minutes? No, for like an hour. And she was like, what? Are you kidding me? And she goes, Michael, that was just so boring to me. Guys, for most women, and again, it's not all women, and it's not all the time, okay? I will tell you this, though, the right brain, the female brain, maybe I should say that. When I say women, I really should say female brain. I mean the right brain. Because women are left and right. But men, for the most part, are left. And the right brain is the home. She's born using this, has to use this, whereas men are born using the left and have to learn how to use the right, etc. So what she said, she goes, I went home and I did every day, and I started throwing the ball every morning. I had to get up an hour earlier, and it drove me up the frickin' wall. She goes, but the dog started to eat, and it started gaining weight, and it was happy and healthy again. And she goes, it just blew my mind that an animal could chase a ball for a frickin' hour and keep coming right back. And I go, yeah. And she goes, it's funny, growing up, I watched men play catch with a football or with baseball, and they just sit there and throw back and forth, like when they're warming up for a game, or just to talk to their buddies. She goes, I remember as a kid, I was like, that is so freaking annoying. It's so boring. Like, yeah, we do it for like 5 catches, and let's go do something else. Because the right brain is about possibilities and being random, and it's about options and possibilities, okay? Whereas the left brain is really good at focusing on one thing. The right brain is the opposite because it's to see different possibilities. Because the problem with getting locked into one thing is you can get stuck. And a really good option might be right here. But if you're looking through this tube, or your brain's thinking in this very narrow vision kind of way, you won't see a better way of doing it, which is right here. That's why learning how to open up is really good. So this is why with the woman, guys, if you sit there and directly call her every day, you directly approach her, you directly ask her out, she's like, yeah, I don't think so, I'm not interested, because there's no challenge. And women have said, like, well, there's no challenge there. There's no chase. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Now, let's go to cats. Go ahead and try to play a game of cats with a cat, even with some smaller little toy or something. It doesn't work. You take a little mouse or a ball, throw it, and it might initially jump after it, and it doesn't move. It's like, oh, okay, and it comes back. So screw that. It's dead. And that's what it is. The cat it's got a system, instinctual system, to get fired up and excited when it sees a mouse running back and forth, running here, running there, up and down the mouse, and it goes nuts. So if you ever take one of them little laser beams and you go up and down the wall, the cat will go up the wall and across the couch. For those of you who have cats, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They need that stimulation. Guys, you need to start paying attention to how many times women talk about mentally stimulating or mental stimulation. That is a turn on, okay? It is very attractive. And I'll teach you how to do it in the course. But for now, it's an understanding, okay? So, let's see here. So here's my point, guys. Okay, so if you look at cats' toys, like you clip them on the edge of like a coffee table or even like a desk or something, and the cat hits it, it goes back and forth, back. It usually has a spring that makes it go up and down, back and forth, bang, boing, boing, like this. That's what stimulates the cat's brain. Now, women, as I said, are left and right brain, and they have the nerves. The corpus callosum is a lot bigger, and it has more connections, I should say. So they go back and forth, back and forth. That's why women like this back and forth kind of action. Well, the cat's brain's wired like that too, whereas the dog's brain's like the male brain, like you're looking down a tube, which goes directly after something and it comes right back. It's like it's got blinders on, right? That, in general, is the difference between men and women. I'm going to give you a little bit, guys. If you want to stimulate a woman, play hard to get. Play hard to get. Make her chase you, because it's like that cat. All of a sudden she's excited. The problem with most men is they always go after her for sex. They always go after her for a date. They always go after her, and so there's no chase. Now here's how it works with a cat. When a mouse is running around, it gets excited, and it bites into it, and it claws into it. And there's a true story that I've said on past video when I was a little kid. Went across the street, and the dad's like, shh. And we're like, what? And we looked down, oh shit, there was a cat. Their cat was there, and there was a little mouse that didn't see the cat, stupid mouse. And I think it was eating cat food or something. And all of a sudden the mouse ran, and the cat got excited and jumped on it and bit into it. And the mouse was squeaking. I was like, oh my God, Jesus, it's kind of cruel, you know? And then the cat let it go, and I was like, oh, thank God. And the mouse started running, and the cat ran after it and jumped out and bit into it, and the mouse was screaming. And I'm like, oh my God, Jesus Christ, why doesn't it just kill it? And I said that, and the dad goes, oh no, it's actually just having fun. It's a domesticated cat. It's actually not hungry. It's got plenty of food and water inside the garage day and night, 24 hours. So I'm like, then why is it doing it? And he goes, because it's fun. It can't help it. It can't help it. It's wired that way. And I was like, oh. Sure enough, it bit into it again, and it didn't move. And then it moved its feet. And I'm like, don't move. And the cat bit into it, and really, I think it broke its neck. And it wrenched on it. And all of a sudden, it was dead. And the minute, I mean, I'm telling you, it was dead. The cat didn't even wait a full second, 1001. It looked at it, patted it, and it took off. It got bored that fast. So guys, if you want to save your marriage, if you want to keep that girl interested, if you want to attract that girl that you want to go out with, I'm telling you, stop calling her every day. Stop going after her. Stop asking her for sex. Stop trying to go, chasing her, because game's over. That is the equivalent to the mouse just died. It's boring. The right brain is the 5 senses: see, hear, feel, smell, and taste. Colors, visions, vibrancy, sounds, and amazing sounds and amazing flavors and foods. And this is why women are really into this stuff, because the farther you go into the right brain, the more you're connected to the 5 senses. So all of a sudden, colors are more vibrant and alive. And if you're this very You know, a lot of guys try to impress women by talking like this and doing this linear thing, and they talk about numbers and math and my bank account, my car. That's all logical left brain shit, and that bores the freak out of her. A little bug right here. That bores the freak out of women, and you've got to freaking stop that. Do not try to spend a lot of money to impress her. Do not talk about, I was a football player and I was the freaking captain or champion. That will bore her in a heartbeat. Stop it. It's logical. It's left brain. To men, it's exciting. Like, oh yeah, that means I'm a badass. To her, she's like, oh my God. She wants this right brain stimulating communication. That I teach in my course. Hey, this is Mike Kollin, MikeKollin.com. That is, women are like cats, men are like dogs. Buy my book at crackthefemalecode at crackthefemalecode.com, and I go more in depth into that story in the cat and mouse game. Talk to you soon.